In this video, I'll be listing characters that I believe are due for a remake or desperately needed. Some of them are more likely to get remakes than others, but nevertheless, I think this should be a fun list to make. Now before we start, this video is in no particular order and is solely based on my wishes. With that being said, let's get into it. First up, we got Visored Ichigo, who is still the only one we have in the entire game. He came out over 8 years ago and looks like he's been forgotten in the game's history. The animations on this character aren't the worst, but it's basically a copy and paste of the original Bankai Ichigo. The only difference being the third strong attack, which has cool hollow particles, which is cool, but it could have been way better. If this guy had a remake, he'd be one of the coolest characters with the coolest animations in the game, but it's a shame that he's been left in the dust. The next one is not a character per se, but is instead a group of characters, and that group being the tag team characters. Now some people aren't interested in these guys, especially because of the new 1000 Year Blood War anime, which is fair, but these guys were truly ahead of their time. They were the only characters that had double killers, which is a very good ability even to this day. These guys had some of the coolest designs and animations, which if revisited could be quite a cool sight. Now is there a demand for these characters? That's another question, but for me, I think it's fair to say that these guys deserve some love too. Up next, I got two characters here, and it's Dangai Ichigo and the Butterfly Aizen. Simply because it would make sense to have both of these guys on one banner. I'll start with Ichigo. Again, there's only one Dangai Ichigo in the entire game. This character was made more of a NAD character, a normal attack damage character, and I believe that this was a hit and miss. And they didn't necessarily miss, but it was an underwhelming character in my opinion. And I don't even think he got flurry on his resurrection, which is quite a shame. Now it does make sense that he's a normal attack damage character and has a low SP, because the whole point of the transformation is to get a huge physical buff at the expense of his SP. With all that being said, remaking him with weaken and slapping some flurry on him or something would be a great improvement for this guy. And now Aizen, on the other hand, is an SP character, which means he'd have a greater set of strong attacks, which it definitely showed. This was an epic battle, and even then they managed to show it in his special. Just an update on these guys is all they need to be in the top 10 PvE characters in the entire game in my opinion, because they are seriously that hyped. Now lastly, I have the Full Bring Bankai Ichigo. I tried not to make this an Ichigo wishlist, but I just had to mention this guy. He's one of the cleanest designed characters, and his design actually holds up till this day in my opinion. They did remake Genjo and Tsukishima on several occasions, and I'm honestly surprised that they managed to ignore this guy. Even if they managed to make him based on the new 1000 Year Blood War anime, it'll still be on theme for him. With the new color scheme and the new animations, the possibilities are endless. And in his special, they can have it when he was battling Yuha and he had that awesome rage moment, which was very cool. He is one of my favorite characters, and I felt like I had to mention him on this list. I still use him till this day, and I still have fun with him. And that there, guys, concludes my list of top characters that in my opinion would be great candidates for a remake. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please let me know by liking the video and commenting your top characters that you want to see a remake of. For more videos like this on Please Brave Souls and some summoning videos in the future, please subscribe to the channel and stick around because there's way more stuff to come.